konnichiwaaa. お元気ですか? Hi guys, I'm Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, はじめまして、Lisa です。Welcome to my channel, where I teach you Japanese in the most easiest and the fastest way. In today's lesson, we will talk about から because. Like, I am happy because Joe Biden is the president of America.Are you also happy with this decision? Okay, so let's start this lesson. 始めましょう。皆さん、do you know to express a reason or a clause in Japanese? Well, by the end of today's lesson, you will be able to express a reason confidently in a Japanese statement. Like, I want to eat pudding because it's Christmas. Or, I will not sleep today because I watched a horror movie. Or I will play ping pong because it's Sunday tomorrow. Okay, so let's get started with our lesson. But before we start, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new here to support me continue providing you these lessons. Okay, here we go. So 皆さん, this is going to be the chronology of today's lesson. I will first give you an explanation of this topic.I'll let you know with some examples, and then we'll have a short quiz. Is that okay? Okay, first let us study the uses of the particle kara. This particle kara is a really versatile particle, so you will find it a lot in Japanese statements. Like for example, kara is used as from. So when you say kara made, something kara, something made.So it means from and until. In the second use, the second most common use, when you use the te form of a verb plus kara, it means after doing a verb. I am soon going to upload a video on these topics also, so please stay tuned for that. In today's lesson, we will focus on this function of kara, which is because. Okay.When used as because, the particle kara gives a reason or a clause and it is placed at the end of the clause number 1. Well, this was all the bookish knowledge. Now let's actually see how it works. In English, this is how the sentence looks like. I will not go to school because I have a headache. This is how you say. I will not go to school because I have a headache. So you place the consequence first.And then the reason. But in Japanese, it's the opposite. You first place the reason and then you place the consequence. Okay? Actually, when you read this sentence, it sounds a bit weird to an English speaker, like, I have a headache because I will not go to school. Does it make any sense? No, it doesn't.So that's why I give a tip that it's better to consider so in place of because. So this sentence actually looks more appropriate when you read it. I have a headache, so I'll not go to school. Okay? Let us look at the construction of this grammar. Here is the form. You use the plain or the short form or the formal form for the reason, then you place kara and then the consequence. I know it sounds a bit difficult, but it's not. You will understand it better when I give you loads of examples. So it's just that you use the short form, also called as a plain form, or the formal form. You have a choice. For the reason, and then kara, and then the consequence. Let me give you some examples. Because I want to go to Japan,I am studying Japanese. Is this the case with you also? Let us see how this sentence looks like. 日本に行きたいから日本語を勉強しています。So I place the reason first. 日本に行きたいから because I want to go to Japan. And then the rest of the sentence.I am studying Japanese. 日本語を勉強しています。You might be wondering, Sensei, where is 私は? I means 私は, right? Well, I would like to give you a tip that we as Japanese tend to omit the pronouns a lot because it is understood from the context whom you are talking about. So to sound more natural, please do not overuse this 私は, and that is why I did not write 私は anywhere here. Okay? So, if you do not know how to say I want to do something, let me explain you shortly because I don't want to leave a single doubt with you this time. So, 行きます is to go. I take the mas stem, 行き, and I add tai. Whenever you add tai to the mas stem of any verb, it means want to do a verb. Want to. So here, 行きたい, want to go. Okay? 見たい, want to watch. Is that clear? Okay. One more doubt that must be coming in your mind is, Sensei, why didn't you use 勉強します? I think you have mistaken here. You used 勉強しています. Well, it is not a mistake, but I have purposely written 勉強しています because I want to draw your attention to the te form here. I use 勉強しています because studying is a repeated action. You do not perform it only once, isn't it? If you don't know more about te form, please check out my video on the te form. Okay, so let me read this sentence one more time. 日本に行きたいから日本語を勉強しています. Okay, you could have said this sentence in this way, and this is the most natural way to say I want to go to Japan because I want to go to Japan, I'm studying Japanese. Most natural. But you could have also said it as 日本に行きたいですから日本語を勉強しています. Ask me the reason why. Well, I told you that in the reason you can have two options. Either you use the short or the plain form, or you use the formal form. So when you do not use this sentence is using the short form of the reason. But if you use this sentence becomes formal. So did you understand? And I hope it makes sense. So please look at this sentence one more time and let us analyze this in even more detail. 日本に行きたいですから日本語を勉強しています. 日本に行きたいですから日本語を勉強しています. So I told you that the reason can be either in the short form, also called as a plain form, or the formal form, isn't it? When you use the short form, the sentence still remains polite and formal because the last verb, 勉強しています, is still in the must form. So if you were wondering that, okay, Sensei, you told that we can use a plain form, but if we are using the plain form, isn't the sentence becoming casual and impolite? Well, the answer is no, not at all. Because the last verb, 勉強しています, is what decides the formal or informality of your sentence. Okay? While on the other hand, when you use the formal form, the sentence remains extremely polite and formal. Extremely is where I want your focus. This sentence using the plain form was also formal. This sentence is also formal. Then what is the difference? This formal is extremely formal, and this is a formal which is really useful in daily conversations. So the formal form is used only when you are in extremely formal situation, like in a meeting or in a business occasion. Otherwise, the plain form of the reason is more common to hear. So this one is quite common in daily conversations, while this one is not very common. So you can switch on to the forms according to your situation. Okay? Let's try this one. Because I have exams next week, I am studying a lot. Because I have exams next week, I am studying a lot. Actually, you should study the entire year, but anyway. So, this is how you say. 来週試験があるからたくさん勉強しています。来週試験があるからたくさん勉強しています。So, 来週 is next week. 試験 exams. たくさん a lot. And 勉強しています is study. So, I should not explain again why I'm using kaimasu form, right? So I hope now you know the vocabulary so you do not have at least any doubt related to the vocabulary. Okay, I want you to focus here. Aru, aru. So can you tell me which form have I used for the reason? Yes, it's the short form or the plain form. So when I use aru, the sentence uses the short form. You can replace this aru with arimasu. So now this sentence becomes formal, right? So you can say 来週試験がありますからたくさん勉強しています when you are in an extremely formal case. Is that clear? Okay, try this one. Because it's summer, it is very hot. Because it's summer, it's very hot. So this is how we say. 夏だからとっても暑いです。夏だからとっても暑いです。Because it's summer, it's very hot. とっても means very. Okay. Now this da represents the short form. You could have also used des at the place of da to make the sentence in the formal form. Okay? So, are you having fun? And did you understand? わかりましたか? Okay. If you did, it's time for a short quiz. Let's test what you've learned. Can you answer this question? Why doesn't Sarah come? Why doesn't Sarah come? どうしてサラさんは来ないんですか? So, try to answer it with your own reason. You can let me know your reason in the comment box. Let me give you an example. I'm saying Sarah is not coming because she's not well. 病気ですから。病気ですから。It's definitely not necessary to say the entire sentence again. You can simply say the reason as 病気ですから. Okay? Why are you studying Japanese? What's your reason? どうして日本語を勉強していますか? どうして日本語を勉強していますか? Why are you studying Japanese? Let me know your reasons in the comment box. I will give you an example as, the most common example that I hear. Because I like anime, I am studying Japanese. アニメが好きだから日本語を勉強しています。Here I used 好きだ because I'm using the short form. You could have also said アニメが好きですから in case of really formal situation. Let us move on to the next one. I don't buy it because it is a little expensive, I don't buy it because it's a little bit expensive. How do you say this? Yes, 少し高いから買いません。少し高いから買いません。I'm using the short form again. You could have also said 少し高いですから買いません in case of formal situations. But in rest of the cases, this is the most natural way to say. Okay? So, 皆さん、if you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and also share it with your friends. Let me know your reasons in the comment box. And also like this video if you learned something from this. Well done, 皆さん。よくできました。I will see you in the next lesson. Till then, keep learning and stay safe.